Alright, let's get right into it. We're continuing after priming with that electric HVLP sprayer. If you haven't had the chance to check that out, go and click right there to get caught up. So it's been primed and had a weekend or two to cure while we got our schedules aligned to continue the job. The Transtar 6564 primer is thicker than I anticipated for a surfacer, so I quickly buzzed it down with 240 on the intersurfacer pad just to knock it down a bit. Then 320 and 400 and finished it off with a red scuff pad. The yellow is a solid gloss without metallic or pearl, so it'll cover the sand scratches just fine. If you're shooting a metallic or a pearl, definitely buzz it down with 600, then hit it with gray scuff. We're going old school right here. Doing the wet scuff with the red pad and the comment on it. This can make sure every nook can get proper adhesion while taking off any oils or contaminants on your substrate. Back in the day, Comet used to have this very fine abrasive that will help cut down the surface, but has since been removed. It's still a great tool to use for prep. Then we're going to wash off all the scum, do a bit more scuffing under running water to ensure all of it loosens up, to make sure we got a clean surface. Once everything is rinsed off and clean, we're going to open up all the panels to thoroughly dry and try to let as much moisture escape as possible. I'm just using a squeegee to dry off the surface to speed up the process. After everything is dry, we start masking. Since the car's a two-tone, I'm only going to be shooting above the bio line to save material. The stuff I'm putting in the gem is soft edge foam. You don't need to buy this stuff. You can achieve the same result with back taping and paper and folding it back, but this way, it's much more convenient. You can see that I'm doing a lot of back taping. This is going to help me when I lay the cover car on top to mask the rest of the car. Since I used masking foam on the inside of the fender jams, I only need a back mask, the front and back of the hood. Now we'll lay the cover car on. It's plastic sheeting that expands. A very great tool for painting and saves a lot of time compared to masking with paper. I'm very lightly dragging my work knife on top of the tape that's sticking to the sheeting. Once I finish my lines, I can pull that section off and continue. After an entire section, tip it off to seal it to prevent overspray from blowing through. Now we're setting up our ghetto paint booth. 10x10 canopy with plastic sheeting as the walls and a chair to prevent the walls from touching our surface. Now for our system. It's a Fuji 2203G Semi-Pro 2 from Amazon. The material we're using is the low VOC, nascent base and Transtar LV661 clear coat. Everything was purchased from San Jose Color. They're an awesome family owned business, so check them out. I apologize about the framing of this video. I haven't had much experience styling the equipment I'm using to record. A quick reminder, my buddy didn't care to get the bodywork straightened out and just wanted the car one color. With that said, it will be visible. The Fuji system is actually amazing. I ran it with the fan wide open as well as the material. It's atomizing the material very well. I'm impressed with how efficient the system is. The turbine isn't too loud either. It's about as loud as a shop vac. Kinda makes me wonder if you could fashion a shop vac into a turbine. In the previous video, I was having material feeding issues with the electric HVLP unit we were using last time. This pressurized gun, which is something I have no experience with, seems to be feeding the material perfectly fine. The 1.3 at this pressure sprayed surprisingly well. I was expecting it to have way more orange peel, but this thing laid it down way flatter than I thought it would. I'm going to be skipping through the footage because a lot of the framing didn't show spraying because of the angle of my camera. And as you can see, we laid it on pretty flat. And then it happened. We didn't respect Mother Nature. As the sun began setting, she took her loving warmth away from us. She changed. She grew cold towards us. She began pushing, huffing and puffing aggressively, asking us why we became complacent. I should have checked the forecast. I should have had a contingency plan prepared, but no, this is my doing. Well, that sucked. The light breeze we had turned into strong winds that blew the plastic so hard it knocked over our emotional support chair, and the sheeting got stuck on the clear, which still wasn't dry because of the rapid temperature drop. Yep, we got sags and runs too. But this is the stuff that interests me. Anyone could put out good work in a controlled environment like a heated paint booth. When you're outside doing guerrilla auto body, it definitely takes another level of preparedness and attention to detail. Being a good technician in all environments is what we should be chasing, right? So yeah, I definitely plan on adjusting my approach and expanding. No complacency. Oh yeah, the owner of this car bought a BMW, so I bought this car. Stay tuned, and we out.